Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? All right, so let's see what's going on in the news right now. It says here, people are baffled after realizing what 30% chance of rain means. Does it does it not mean that there's a 30% chance of rain? Okay. I missed. All right. Most of us would think it means 30% likely that it will rain. But in North America, the meaning is drastically different. Oh, I'm in North America. And people on the internet are only just finding this out, leaving them utterly baffled. In the US and Canada, chance of rain refers to the results of a calculation that accounts for both the likelihood it will rain and how widespread the rain would likely to be. What? Why would you put those two drastically different things together? It makes no goddamn sense. The results of the calculation known as probability of precipitation, or POP. I think I had a class where I learned this, and then I completely blocked it from my mind. Is given by weather presenters as a percentage, but the meaning is routinely misconstrued. A woman in TikTok video has shared her disbelief, discovering there's another definition, but confusingly, it's not used by all meteorologists worldwide. I would hope so. The TikTok video has received more than 2 million likes. I don't need to know the history of it. I thought that they said 30% chance of rain, that it meant it was 30% chance that it's going to rain. I never, ever knew it meant that there's a 100% chance it's going to rain and it's going to be 30% of your area. What? That's fucking stupid. If there's a 100% chance it's going to rain, just say it's going to rain. I don't need to know this 30% of my area. What if I'm not in the 30%? And then I see no rain. And if I'm in the 30%, I don't give a shit that there's 70% that's not getting rain. This is pointless. That's not information for me to know. Put a graphic up on the screen, man. Just tell me what's the chances of raining. That's way too dumb. Okay, let's see some calculations there. People are baffled. Okay, when meteorologists in North America give chances of rain as a percentage, they are actually giving what's known as small dick energy, probability of precipitation, or POP. POP is worked out by multiplying two figures together expressed as C, which stands for how confident a meteorologist is that it will rain. I don't need to know how confident he is. Unless you're a con man, why are you dealing with confidence? And A, the amount of area that will get this rain. What specific area? Is it a random chance that a certain point of 30% of the land is going to get rain? Why do we need to know that? Both A and C are expressed as percentages, but in decimal points. For example, 0.2 for 20%, 0.5 for 50%, and 1 for 100%. So let's imagine a meteorologist is working out a POP so they could give a television weather update about rain in a certain region. They might be 100% confident that 30% of the area is going to get rain. You're 100% confident that 30% of the area is going to get rain? Do you know which 30% of the area? Otherwise, no one needs to know that. Just say it's going to rain. Or just explain the whole thing. Be like, 30%, there's a 100% chance that 30% of this area is going to get rain. Just say that whole thing. And don't do the equation at all. Because you're giving people information, not equations, to give this to viewers as a single digestible figure. There's no need for that. They would work out a POP by converting their percentages into decimal points. Do they assume that the viewers know what the math equation is? Do they put the math equation on the screen? I haven't watched the weather in a long time. Before multiplying them together, doing so would give them a POP of 0.3, which is 30%. So 1 times 0.3 is 0.3. It's 30%. But there are other ways to get 0.3. So this is useless then. Oh my God. This thing is POP of 30% would also have different values for confidence. And yeah, like just what I said. For example, a meteorologist could be 50% confident that 60% of the area would get rain, which would be 0.5 times 0.6, also giving you a POP of 0.3, which is 30%. Exactly. So it's pointless. It's stupid. It explains nothing. In other words, a meteorologist would say there is a 30% chance of rain, but it wouldn't necessarily tell us how confident they are it will rain or how much of a given area will rain. Don't know how much of a given area. I don't need to know how much of a given area will rain. If I think it's going to rain and it doesn't rain, that's fine. I just prepared for rain and there's no rain. That's fine. If I think it's going to rain and it rains, I don't give a shit where it's not raining. It would just give an overall figure for both A and C together. The point of the North American definition is to give a single figure that accounts for two factors. Why? Why? If the single figure accounts for two factors, either one or the other factor is not being explained. If two figures add up to create one factor that explains the whole thing, then it makes sense to do the equation. But it doesn't. Likelihood of rain and how widespread rain will be, but unfortunately it tends to be completely misunderstood. Of course it does. People, unless you went to school for this shit, how would you know? Hence the confusion of the woman on TikTok. The confusion of everybody. Who's this? 80, 84. Okay, that's just temperature. Why a red dress on a green background? All right. Who's this? Well, this guy just found out. He set up his phone to record himself just grabbing his face. That's clownish behavior. Am I the only one who thought 30% of chance meant it's a 30% chance it's going to rain? God, I wish you didn't do this. I wish to God you didn't do this. People are baffled. Okay. Partially due to confusion, a lot of meteorologists will completely avoid saying there's a certain percentage chance of rain. Or just say that you're confident that there's a certain percent chance of rain and ignore the other number about whether or not it's going to be in a certain percentage of the area that no one knows. Kelsey McEwen, meteorologist for CTV for Your Morning in Toronto, says she doesn't use the phrase that says phase 30% chance of rain or whatever the percentage is because the meaning is often misinterpreted. Or it's stupid to use that. Meteorologists in the UK tend to avoid using the POP system as well. Of course, they should. And instead opt for a more literal meaning, which is what they should do, what everybody should do. According to the UK's Met Office, its experts will use 30% chance of rain to mean what any sensible person might expect, the chance of rain. Because that's what you said, the words have meaning, and you use words to communicate that meaning. If the words you're using is not communicating the meaning, because there's another definition of what you're saying, then you're failed to communicate. So, for example, if you look at the forecast for Greater London today, chance of rain is listed as 10% at 2 p.m., which means there's a 10% chance Greater London could see rain at 2 p.m. Simples. All right. People are blah, 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 blah. In response to System 1 Met Office expert app explain how its forecast works. The Met Office says the percentage of rain means the chance to rain for any location. The chance of rain at that time for that location. So 60% means 60%, blah, 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 40%, and 40% is dry. That doesn't mean anything. How are you going to know whether or not you're in the 40% or the 60%? There are different ways to express that. They do blah, 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 okay, that's the end of it. Well, I've just been educated. Our meteorologist is more useless than I thought. Anyways, till next time.